Nothing to it but to do it. Cheers to you, sir. And one second before we sip on that. So, you forgot the record. And you didn't use the coaster. So we're feeling good. I'm busting out a big gun because we're feeling good. Your boy stumbled in. We haven't started drinking yet.
No.
And this isn't going to devolve like that one video we did that was a two-parter. Which, by the way, watch the last 15 minutes. If you like inappropriate humor, you don't have to stick around for the whole ride. But the last 15 minutes is a gem.
Golden.
We're finishing off, and it's not going to anything. There's a little cork floating in the bottom of this. It's minute. The cork broke because we're drinking a Grand Marnier, which everyone affectionately in the South calls Grandma. South Carolina drinks better than 3/4 of the nation's grandma.
Did not know that.
Yeah, and we usually shoot it like savages. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna sip this because this is circa early 80s.
Woo.
So, anyways, yeah. So this is barcode. It's pre-Surgeon General warning. Anyways, this gives you some indications of how to date it. I was told it's maybe late 70s. Early 80s. It has a different mouthfeel. It's a little bit more syrupy as it's older, but it has a complexity that's different. Anyways, like I say, I'm going to be... This is not going down quick. Oh, man. It's extra special because I know this is the end of it. Alright. This one's going to go long. What's to listen? This is Street. New York band. You'll hear it in the background, so I don't need to describe it. I'm giving a quick shout out to Kay's Used Books in Greenville because everything else is not from here. I happen to find that there. And so let me put it over this Bear DJ First Press promo. Alright, we're talking tonight Psych, garage, old hard rock, gems, things of that nature, right? I found some good ones in Nashville, but I stumbled some good ones. I'm going to really showcase and hype and put on a pedestal my boy Joe at Cabin Floor Records because he just celebrated, in addition to his 42nd birthday, his 10-year anniversary. He's on a second location but 10 years in business as a record store. It's pretty cool. In Greenville, he started when there wasn't really a huge market for it, and now he's competing with 2 record stores and a Second and Charles chain and a bookstore and other little pop-up stops. So the fact that he's surviving is beautiful. But I found some really cool stuff, and then this is a massive stack. This is going to go long. If you're just here for the music, I think it's worth your while, because you might get a kick on some of this stuff. And if you're just down to hang out, we're going to listen to one record. If this cuts off, then so be it. But hey, man, sit down. There's your chair. Have a drink. Cheers to you.
Salamander.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Salamander Panties. But,
Not what I said.
alright. So I got a little repress. I got some OG. Anyways, I got some older repress, some contemporary repress. Most of this is old. It's not too much contemporary music. But it's dope, and I'm just going to kick off. I'm going to go kind of from store to store. I don't really have a plan of thought on this. I don't know how much I'm really going to get into the music just because I have that much of a show. And then I'm going to leave it to the comment section. Hopefully everyone participates. I can't live stream because YouTube's an idiot. And I'd like to hang out and, play the electric prunes and show people this bear and all this other weird Psych gems. This Quicksilver that is in Near Dead Mint and Trapeze Medusa and this Pilot promo and Uriah Heep and all this stuff.
All the things.
Yeah, but I gotta have... I'll get there. There's no rush. Hey, normal size hands, can you grab that? I don't want to crush a record because I have this burden. Alright, so let's get right at it. Alright, the outer sleeve I stepped on. But here's some can. It's a repress. Let me go sneak in this. I ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, dude, Joe is so dope. Anything he prides himself on, when he had this at the store, he's like, dude, I got an open copy. And then he had one that was for sale. He's like, dude, don't grab the new one. I got one that's already open. I'll chop a couple bucks off of it because it's open. He played this in the store. He chopped a few bucks off of it, and he threw in like one of these super nice, kind of mo-fi style sleeves. But this is can, and I got to be careful because I'm in danger of getting cut off. But it has all the inserts. Man, I'm fighting the urge to talk about this stuff. But then I got to get through this pile because, like I say, it's gems. These are all recent. This is all provided by the lovely, great city. A sleeper of a town, of a tourist destination. My town, Greenville, South Carolina. But I bought this a while ago, just like a month ago. I said, let me peep it out. If I dig it, I'll come back for more. I did. This is another repress. So sue me. It's there. It's ready to be grabbed. So I grabbed it, man. I'm filling out my can collection, And, I mean, this is new represses, but I know this is a comp, and a lot of people don't care about a first press on a compilation. But he had one, and by the way, Joe takes silly pride in the packaging of his stuff. He sells on Discogs, and then if you want to call him, I mean, it's just Cabin Floor Records, Greenville, South Carolina. If you want to find out his information, he's receptive, and he'll give you stuff on. But this dude goes above and beyond the way he packages when he ships promptly.
Right.
But he takes a tremendous. He uses the boxes that you could pack like 3 to 5 records depending on how thick they are. He uses those boxes uses bubble wrap and like dummy cardboard. Dude, it's absurd.
Respect.
But and then at the store he always has a stash of Blue Note jazz and weird stuff and Psych gems. I buy stuff off his wall all the time. But back at it, we're already at 7 minutes. What the hell? This is going to take forever. Please stick around. I think this is worth watching. But so yeah, he has a mono. I went, the mono's in really good condition, but this is an amazing condition. This is a stereo first press. This is, if I'm not mistaken, the first Rolling Stones comp. But Ruby Tuesday, Have You Seen Your Mother, Baby? I don't need to get into it. You guys should know it. Here is the song list if you want to pause, if somehow you don't know. But yeah, it's a first press promo. In the shrink? Bro, that's just... I'm gonna need that. So you got that out of the way. So now we gotta try to avoid being redundant. Alright, and then there's some repress stuff. Apparently, this 2009 repress on Sundays is harder and harder to find. Outside of the fact that it's probably been shoved in the cabinet too tight, and you see it doesn't really have ring wear, but it just has that little ring crease for being 180 gram. This Sunday's 2009 repress, and I don't know how well it's showing the difference between the gloss and the flat, the matte and the gloss. But this Sunday's press is getting kind of hard to find. And you know what's crazy? My boy Digital Gramophone up in North Carolina,
right?
He crapped on me for doing weird stuff, like peeling the hype sticker off a gatefold when you know you're not going to use it. I got this used somewhere else out in the world. Someone has the same idiosyncrasies as me, because there's the hype sticker on the inside jacket. So I'm not the only one who does this weird stuff. Lord knows I didn't buy a time machine and do this, but
that we're aware of.
Anyways, you know what? Because I don't want to scuff this, and this stuff is too good just to shove in here without a case. I might hand you homework. Sorry.
Yeah, I love homework.
All right, and then you can just shove it in there, and then we could be quick. The less time I'm shoving stuff in there, the more time we can yap and have fun.
Hopefully
and then that is a tight fit. So it is what it is, and that's the fat end, the fold end. So sometimes you can go on the other side. It doesn't matter. I'm vaguely familiar with this, and I dig it. I know a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, you just bought some cheesecake," but this is the type of music I like to listen to and shut down my mind. I don't know what the vocals are other than they're peaceful. You know what I mean? I think it's like French and Portuguese, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to Gustavo. But, so as it's labeled right here, it says Tropicalia, Funk, Soul, Psychedelic. Of course, I haven't even split this yet. I just got it. I've streamed this before, and I'm not remembering the track that's funk, but there's one track where you see the funk, and then there's one track where you see the psychedelic, but it's more of a world music, anyways, here I am. I'm trying to just show this stuff, you know, and shut up. But yeah, I scored this recently. Happy to have it. And now we're kind of getting into some people's Grail zone. Because, dude, I can't be happier when I find this. And I've been shopping with Joe for a long time. And if you're there, and especially if you pay cash, he likes that as a small business owner. But if you pay cash, you develop a rapport, he takes care of you. And so, this caravan, I mean, this is one of my... This breakdown on the B side I'm showing him before I show you is called 9 Feet Underground. And then you see the subsect breakdowns of that 22-minute side. So one side is Winter Wine, Golf Girl. Anyways, I don't need to get too into it. I'm going to ramble. But so 7 minutes plus 3 minutes or so, 5 minutes. And then the other side is just 22 minutes. But so, like I say, outside of a little bit of dirt, I think I can lightly wipe. I don't know where these come from. It doesn't look like mold. I'm going to hand you that. This is... And then... This is the most minute one. I wasted it when we were talking earlier.
It's like crease break.
I wasted the crease break.
Crease break.
So I mean, I guess you can't expect to have infinite crease breaks on what is this 68-ish?
It's a sad world.
Yeah, it's a sad world. But dude, anyways, so caravan, and then I mean, I see weird psychedelic weirdness in this stuff. Look at this weird mountain. It almost looks like a face laying down. And does that look like eyes and teeth or whatever? I don't know. I think this is the type of stuff you're supposed to eat shrooms, get lost, and stare at. But so, the A side is whatever. You know, I like it. I like this album as a whole, this caravan, in the land of gray and pink. But, yeah, this B side is a fun adventure, you know? And then, here's another one. I'll split this in the future. You know, maybe I'll have a best finds or whatever. I got a couple records that need to split, or maybe I'll just do everything that needs to be split, I'll split. But here is in the shrink, sealed with the hype sticker. Unfortunately, it has a punch, but I could deal with that. This is Buddha Records first press, and the one Dots and Loops and I have actually talked about this record for not just this record in general, as in this album.
Right,
but this record, about it's on the shelf, I'm aware of it. And then Joe was feeling good. I was buying a stack, you know, on his birthday. I was like, well, let me find some stuff, give you some money on your birthday. And this has been there for a while. And he's like, I'm marking down the price. And he generously marked down the price. And so Super Heap is the gem on this. But it is, like I say, it is a first press sealed. So, dude, that's pretty next level. And so I omitted some stuff I've shown recently. I'm going to have another video where I just had to like put aside. I'm probably going to have a follow-up video in the near future of just Greenville random finds of the all genres of music I've acquired recently from all different places. But I'll do that. And then if you see this, I'm actually going to skip... you know, in the garage vein, that era, etc., you know, 60s radio, pop, funk, not funk, folk, rock, you know, music, psychedelic tinges. That's kind of what we're kind of in this realm of. I found this recently at Pharmacy Records. And so I thought it was cool. Farley dug it because, I mean, we're both comic book nerds. And then I totally forgot the artist. And then the style of this art, which I want to say is like Lipschitz or whatever, I'm forgetting, and I looked it up, and now I'm forgetting it again. Because I'm trying not to...
The cycle continues.
Yeah, I'm not trying to wander too much. But so I found this, and I just thought it was cool, and it was like in the dollar bin. And then I want to say this is like $2 or whatever as well. But this is the last thing I'm showing from Cabin Floor Records. And it's just another comp. But I don't have on any wax Strawberry Alarm Clock, Incense, and Peppermints. So I had to buy it. Bentley Shape Me, the American Breed, I have that. Western Union, 5 Americans, I have that. Some of this you just get in the overlap. And then some stuff that doesn't fit, like the occasions. I'm a girl watcher. I'm a girl watcher. Watch them as they go by. Yeah.
Sing it.
Yeah, but, dude, that's a creeper song. You can't, that's, you know, you get Me Too the hell out of writing that song now. But anyways, there's the weird kind of comic fun goodness. And watch that be my icon, where where I'm showing like
Yeah.
I'm showing Elephant's Memory and Caravan, and even the
Put that to a
even the represses like Can and the older repress of Love, you know, and stuff like that. This comic book is just like dollar bin. That's gonna be it. And then you know what I find all the time now? Here we are. We're into this is stuff I found recently at Pharmacy, and I've given him love in the past, so I'm probably going to title this something to do with even though it's not exclusively Cabin Floor. I've given Frank love in the past and showed stuff exclusive for him, Pharmacy Finds or whatever. So this Neon Circle, I find over and over again. I want to say this is their follow-up to their debut, and it does not have Red Rubber Ball, and then my mind is omitting their other hit off of it. So the one that is less coveted is the one you find all the time, and I find it in stereo and mono. This is stereo, but anyways, yeah, I dig it. And then so if you guys don't get an old music, I figure I'd throw you a bone. I need to add to my King Gizzard, but I keep on finding this Garage Psych older stuff, and I know King Gizzard's going to be there. Right. So this is my only King Gizzard to date. So whether it's DJ High Noon or Jay, Vinyl in the Van, you guys that get down with the King Gizzard, hey, tell me which the next one. They're dropping 55 records a week, it seems like. I know that's an exaggeration.
I was like,
but and then also watch this going to be like King Gizzard. I'm like rare Psych finds, or however I label it. It's like King Gizzard, good job.
Okay.
All right, dude, this is a shorter album than I anticipated. You want to flip record, please, and I'll keep on yapping. And then let me take another sip of this Grand Marnier. Hey, thanks for hanging out, as always. If you want to like and subscribe, that's cool. That's your prerogative. If you want to dislike, if you want a thumbs down, don't be a coward about it. Go ahead and shit on me in the comments. I'll engage.
Being scared?
Yeah, I'll engage politely. I'll whatever it is. You know, if you think, why did you say that? Did you mean this? I'll let you know if I did or didn't. But yeah, either way, just comment. Let's have a conversation. Let's hang out. If you want to subscribe. If you don't want to watch in the future, don't watch. But if you're gonna watch, partake. But I'm not trying to scare you away if you're a lurker. So either way, thanks for hanging out this time, if not another time. And then, so let me get at it. I found a bunch of this in Nashville. This band, I should say. But this is one I showed recently. Let me go. That's why I kind of clumped these. Like 95% of this I've not shown before.
Right.
But I figure Quicksilver, I got this a while ago when I had less people tuning in. So I absolutely love the inside of this gatefold. That's gnarly. It looks like ocean, like Japanese-style ocean waves and the inside of a shark's mouth with some kind of like psychedelic rainforest garden. That's freaking crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
So I grabbed this, and this had one of their actual few. They didn't have a whole lot of commercial success. And this is one of theirs that actually had a song that charted, and by I mean charted, was like number 98 on the top 100 for 1 week.
Hey, it still counts.
Hey, it still counts. I showed this and another video, and this in a video where I failed to do Matthew's photography contest, and then I just like whatever, hanging out in my bedroom or whatever it was, my green bedroom. I showed this and I crapped on it. And I stuttered over my words because I do that occasionally. But this irony of the 13 and the 7 on his face is not cool. These bros are dorks. This music is not glam rock. It's kind of folky. We wish we were more Psych. We wish we rocked more. But I don't regret buying it. It wasn't expensive. It's a cool conversation piece. And not a bad listen. You know, if I was going through this stack and people... we're just like, oh, dude, let me pull this one out. This one's curious. I'd be like, I'd steer you somewhere else. You know, right. But if people were like, oh, I was listening to this last week and I know that or whatever, then I'd give this a go. But amongst these gems, everyone has their opinion, so I kind of hate calling stuff gems and grails. It all falls down to personal opinion. I just know when some stuff's rare to find. And this, you can tell someone catching a collection, because at least around my way, I don't see Gong all the time. And I'm not super informed. This is why I kind of want to someday be able to have a back and forth conversation via a live stream so I can talk. This seam split is just on the glue, so that's no big deal. I can fix that. But this is a cool, if you can kind of see if I can, my big giant hands. It doesn't matter. Like I say, You can kind of see this picture frame.
Oh, that's cool.
And, yeah, so, anyways, it's live. It's a double LP. This band kind of had 2 eras, you know, and they kind of changed lineup, and some people have a strong opinion on what they like from what era. And like I say, I'm going to go and pass this on to your homework. But this is Gong Live. Anyways, and then what was it? So-and-so's Gong. We'll get into this. But like I say, more Gong. Vive.
More Gong.
Like I say, look at this crazy Vertigo. Oh, bro.
Crease break.
Dude, it's minute.
But it's there.
It's there, like I say. But so here's more Gong. So yeah, that's dope. That's showy. And then like I say, I'm curious. That's why like live stream would be fun, because what the hell's the story behind this cutout face? I know that there's someone that would be hanging out in the chat room that'd be like this and that. That might not just like try to go into it via, you know, texting and
comments
and this in his comments. But dude, look how freaking clean that is, man. Like that is super.
That's spotless.
Dude, that is so crazy clean. There's little spots on it. I'm gonna have to get some more jackets for this. But same thing, dude. Wow. Tapioca label. You know, that's just. I do not like that plastic sleeve. It's just bunching up and not wanting to do right. So, just stop being a. I was about to swear.
I could tell.
I was about to swear because I could. No, you know what I could tell? Because you're the swear and it's contagious. I could see you beaming it into my head.
Always wants to play me.
Yeah. You probably have you probably sprinkled some kind of grain of sand.
There it is.
You probably
You
probably got some kind of genie bottle.
Tell
And
me
then
how you really feel.
you rub that and you're just like make Eric swear
Let it out.
for no fucking reason.
There it is. There
You
it
know?
is. Feel good?
Cunt.
Feel
Anyways,
better?
yeah, I do a little bit.
There it is.
But yeah, because I don't have time to talk about music, so I just have to show these things and move forward. All right, and so this is later on. This is in the mid '70s. I think a lot of people are really gung ho, and are on the early '70s, and then they get in the late '70s. And these live concerts, they play some of their. It's from the mid '70s, but they're sets from the early '70s. Right. And then this is when later when it says Pierre. Oh, that cursive and monochromatic is. Dude, Moylan? How do you pronounce that? Look at me, look stupid. How would you pronounce that? In this top?
Moreland?
Yeah.
Moreland?
Yeah, because they're from a different country, and so yeah. Yeah, well, I hear people bastardize Weinbender all the time, so I don't feel bad. You Moreland. That sounds like someone lives in a bad neighborhood. That's like someone like, those Morelands need to stay in their side of town. But it's espresso too. So, anyways, it's more Gong. There it is. And I was just there hanging out. I was shooting the breeze with Frank. It was one of the Saturday lunches where I got out early, right?
Yeah.
I got a decent time, you know. Never even broke a sweat. I was just that smooth with it that day. And so I was actually in my. I don't like hanging out in my chef clothes outside of work. But so.
Shocker.
So hey man, what's your favorite thing to cook? Yeah. Have you ever seen Ratatouille? No, man. What do you mean you've never... It's like the greatest movie of all time. Let me ask you a question. What, about rats and kitchens? Please tell me about rats and kitchens. Yeah, but anyway.
Hex closing
So we're hanging out, and I was just shooting the breeze, and I was there to pick up a VCLT gift, which, by the way, is boxed. I got multiple VCL gifts. I got a follow-up video on that, and things are wrapped. I'm waiting on one piece of mail to come in. There's another one down the line that I'm just going to mail that separately because I don't want to make everything wait. But I'm waiting on one more thing so I can just mail them all out at one time. But we're shooting the breeze. And then this compilation I'd never seen before. It's called Brown Acid. Don't eat the brown acid. And so this is kind of one of those deeper cut type nuggets. He didn't know too much about it. He just got it. But it's the 8th trip. Heavy rock from the underground come down. But if anyone knows or recommends these bands or knows deeper cuts or influences things, we got here. Let me see if we'll actually zoom in. So if you guys have a chance, you could pause it or whatever. But Attack School Days, White Rock, Please Don't Run Away, Riverside Wayfarer, and I also like that it says St. Clair Shores, Michigan. Houston, Texas, Austin, Texas, Toronto, Canada. So it says where these obscure bands are from.
Right.
So I'm really looking forward to, dude. I tell you what, whenever this record dies, I'm gonna split this, and this is gonna be the next thing we play.
Let's do
But
it.
yeah, for real, this is gonna be the next thing we play. So, but so, anyways, from Ohio, Iowa, Tennessee, Massachusetts, Grump, Malak, Karma, Inside Experience, Barton Brothers Band. So, anyways, yeah, I'm down for this comp. And then, dude, I don't really collect 45s. Who knows if I could ever find them all on 45, or if you find a 33 old school LP, Lord knows if you can even find them, how much they cost. All right, but thank God for comps, and thank God for represses, because I don't have a time machine. I can't go back to, what is this, 68-ish? A lot of this, it's so easy. 68. All right, but so this is a repress on Vanguard, so I'm cool with this. The 31st of February. But yeah, you got to be happy for represses someday. And if you could feel this for 1 second, bro, that's 7.5 pounds. You know, and
Yeah.
it's straight as an arrow. I know some people argue the merits of 180 gram and how important is it, and does it warp, or does it play any better, or is it more adverse to scratching or whatever. And then there's a new wave of, 150 gram, and then there's a 200 gram, and I don't get in that argument. But I do like when you can catch a repress and you don't have to pay for it,
Right.
So, and then also from Pharmacy, I showed this in the past. I just threw this in the mix because, just for argument's sake, if some people say, no, I don't care if it's electric or whatever, it's still just blues. And some people are like, no, that's a freaking Psych album.
Yeah.
So, curious what your opinion on Electric Mud is. I had a beater of an old black variant cover that was just a placeholder. I was happy to find it. And for $1 was a stretch. Because, I mean, it's just, there's no enjoyment in listening to it. It's absolutely chewed up. It's amazing that I actually sold it. But for $1 bin, I was just happy to have found it. And then, so I actually took this out of the shrink. John, I take stuff out of the shrink because, sometimes the gatefold's nothing. But this is such an iconic image that I had to have that uncovered. And then you can see I don't give a shit about a UPC. So I took that that third man label right off the shrink and slapped it there because I do nerd stuff and I'm not the only one.
Do what I want.
And then, bro, did you have? I could skip this if I have to. No, it's the last one. Do you still have this on your phone? Do you have this ready to pull up?
I think I still have the seed.
So this is a 45, okay, from Wooden Ships, and the Wooden Ships has an additional J in it. I don't know if it's gonna show up. If that's close enough, hopefully you guys can read that. But so it's Wooden Ships, SHJIPS. Side 1 is Contact, it's 819. Side 2, and you can see how this has to be intentional, where they're perfectly parallel and perpendicular to each other. But
So
here-
experimental, minimalist, drone rock, and spacey psychedelic rock. Like Velvet Underground, The Doors, Soft Machine, Guru. And that's just the kind of genre they fall into. Kind of sound
I'm
that
unfamiliar with Mexican Summer. Other than I kind of like this is how a much bigger hole, of course, and I've shown some like it in the past. But this is how picture discs should be stored. This is just showing off a label and it's kind of picture frame. But if you have a picture disc, put it in a real jacket. I hate that. Don't put in that floppy plastic
What are
crap.
you doing with your life?
Yeah, I hate that. I freaking hate that. That's one of my biggest gripes that vinyl companies do, is how they... I'm not so mad at the picture discs, and I know more contemporary ones play better than old picture discs, but...
Store it right.
Anyways, you know what's super cool about this? This is surprisingly up-tempo, but it's got just enough going on with it that this is a 45. And the vocals, at least on the A side, are minimalistic. So this is something that, depending on your mood, you could totally put on 33 or 45, speed up and tweak the speed, and it totally fits. And why did I pull it out of that outer jacket? Because, I show labels if they're interesting or they're weird, but then also some people get into the colors. So this
Pink white?
this cocaine white, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but looking like, a college freshman's bad night. You know what I'm saying? Hey, girls.
It's a bad night.
Yeah, because girls learn the hard way, man. You better watch out. Don't trust a dude with a bag of cocaine. He's got a goal. You know what I'm saying? That's a true story, man. But
Real shit.
and then yeah, I don't know why it won't let me finagle. Yeah, it's doing this thing. I want it to go in this way, and then this is my third time trying this, and then each time it's got an extra wrinkle. There we go. That way I could just slide it up the side. I used to really hate this because I had this like weird paranoia that someone would be holding my record and it'd slide out. But since everything pretty much has a jacket, and then also I always like this. There's the hype stick. I think that someone. This is definitely not the original outer jacket, and someone didn't want to put it on this. So another case is someone being weird like me. Someone took the hype sticker, I can only assume, and put it on this, I wish was a better quality outer jacket. And now you know this is not leaving anywhere. So this is clandestine to forever be bonded to this. But Disco A Frisco. You know, so they're San Francisco based, if we didn't say that. And it's an interesting listen. Honestly, we're getting close to the end of the video, so I might just hold this aside because we don't have time to get into the deep dive of that. It'd be one thing if we were just like streaming with buddies here, but that's not the case. And I don't know how many people really know about this because I don't know if it's going to show up, but it's because I just blinded myself doing that. It's number 446 handwritten out of 550. I don't know if that's total press or color variant because, you know, some of these people, they think they're getting crafty and they just want to make sales. And so what they're really doing is that, oh, dude, it's 1 of 550. Yeah, but it's 1 of 550 in white.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
They have 550 in blue and 550 in green and 550 in yellow and so on and so forth. But so, anyways, wooden ships. You might want to check it out. I got this on a couple comps. All right, and then Andrew at Tales from the Crate. He needle dropped this on a cool video a while ago, man. I couldn't even remember what it was, but we had a good back and forth and a good conversation on that. But he's a super good dude, knowledgeable. By the way, I went to look and buy a T-shirt, man. All you have is a Lightning Bolt T-shirt. I'm probably just gonna buy one to support you if you're watching this. But there's another Tales from the Crate shirt he used to have that I really want, can't find. Sidetracking, it's me. All right, so we are now jumping. That was the last thing from Pharmacy Records. And then I've been developing a relationship with, I don't know if he's been there forever or if he's one of the managers or the manager, whatever the situation is. We didn't make nonchalant palaver on that. But, dude, did I just sneak in nonchalant palaver?
You did, sir.
Bro, Miss Fletcher?
It was slightly superfluous, but I'm okay with it. I'm liking it. I'm vibing it.
Yeah, thank you, man. But, anyways, this is what let me get after it. I'm talking about freaking nothing, bro. Yeah, talking about nonchalant palaver, but then I'm just like, oh, can't talk about this record, I don't have time. And then 15 minutes later, it's like, Miss Fletcher, 4th grade teacher, nonchalant palaver. Yeah, thanks. But anyways, it's question mark and the Mysterians. And a lot of times you'd see it written out as a question mark instead of written out like, was it vernacularly? You know, instead of written out abbreviated like, you know, like as an actual question mark. But like I say, I'm curious because I've always known the big hit off this, right? Which, if you don't know, it's 96 Tears. But the way Andrew was talking about it, I was like, dude, I was kind of like, I'm curious. Like, everyone like knows Vanilla Fudge from their hit. Right. And then you sit down and you're just like, that Vanilla Fudge is dope. And then so, you know, he's talking about, I don't know if he worded it as a guilty pleasure or whatever it was, but dude, I like this album. You know, and I was like, but when do I ever have a chance to like listen to anything other than the hit unless I want to stream it and all that? And I'm not opposed to streaming. I got a car and I road trip and I got that new JBL speaker at Mom's house and I talk to the robot and it says hello Eric and all that. And so it's cool.
Talk to the robot.
Yeah, so I gotta talk to the robot sometimes. But you know, what's the point of having all this vinyl if you don't sit down and hang out with friends or even if you're by yourself and you're just decompressing, if you can't discover old weirdness and flip an LP. But anyway, so I grabbed that. And this is another one too where it's like, dude, to be honest with you, I know the Searchers is something that comes up in playlists, or if you're listening to Spotify or Slacker Radio or Pandora or the one of the billions of other streaming services or whatever, or even if you just start playing on YouTube Music or whatever it is. And so, Needles and Pins, I know that song, right? And to be honest with you, I didn't read this. I just saw the Searchers, and I was like, what, $4 or $5, whatever this was, you know? And then I peeped out the condition of the wax. Come on, giant hands. But yeah, that's why I was trying to open, because I I thought I was failing, and I'm not crazy. It's on the inside. So when I was feeling for something,
Three for a loop.
It wasn't there. It was, but yeah, this is something you don't see every day. It's the pie label, where it's kind of variegated sunset. Not variegated. Not variant. Variegated would be like very. That's gonna annoy me, dude. It's getting towards bedtime, so now words are just fading from me.
Yeah.
But and you know, so crazy how my brain works. Now I can remember a previous video where I was talking about 1996 GMC era 1500 with a V8, and then it had like it starts with the V, the freaking word. Anyways, that's so dumb.
Getting up on
That's
tangents on
so
tangents.
dumb of me that I don't know. It's not variant.
That's really gonna eat at you, isn't it?
It is. It is.
That's really.
You know, and don't forget, dude, when you needle drop on this, go ahead and do contact side 1. That should pretty much about damn near run us out. But don't forget to play it on 45. You gotta press that button on the left because we're at 33 right now. But, yeah. But, let me pause for 1 second while he starts.
Oh shit! It's a white. I don't think I've ever dropped on a white.
Oh, God. We're recording, by the way. Don't say anything you regret. Woo! But we're on 45? Yeah, you're cool. That's a perfect needle drop. No, it is weird, though. That's a good point, though. Because, speaking of Andrew, I was talking about earlier, he's talking about debates that people have in the vinyl community about, you know, repress or new, or what equipment and how you clean, etc.
Yeah.
But, no, we were talking about color, and I don't mind color. I don't really want to pay more for it specifically.
Right.
But dude, it is weird dropping on white. I got a few white records. It's weird, dude.
That was bizarre.
That I don't know if it's all the Black Mountain 4s. That is weird. No, that's weird. I don't know why it just skipped. I don't know if it's a scratch or a hair or whatever. We just played this, so and then played crystal clear. So who knows? Anyways, it doesn't matter. It just seemed like a little blurb there. But so look it up on your phone. I'm dead serious. It just popped in my head. I think it's gradient. That's how my brain works, dude.
So you need me to look up the word gradient.
I need you to look up gradient. Yeah. We're at 37 minutes here, and we're hung up because we had to switch albums, and then it's
Incline part of a road or railway, or in physics, an increase or decrease in the magnitude of a property. Observed
Now your gradient color
one
scheme.
point or moment in another.
There
you go.
Yeah.
He gonna sleep
Gradient
tonight.
colorway. Woo! Anyways, all right, so we're back at it. Chuck is the good dude. Roundabout circle. We got sidetracked because we paused and changed music, right? I don't know how smooth that. Yeah, I don't know how smooth that was in there, but hey, they already made this long. Let's get to the words, the gems at the very end here. Something I never see flipping. This is the Seeds. This is 66. I know that much. Is this their debut? I think this might be their debut. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Is this 66 or 68? This is
Which one was it?
No, I got these out of order. This is 68. Yeah, I had them placed in order. I apologize.
Yeah, the left one is
so
66.
this is 66. I apologize here. I shuffled things around while we're flipping records and shooting the shit for however long this paused. There was no time to you. But yeah, dude, this is pretty clean, man. There's some ring wear on that, which can you really blame it? Sam Petty is a petty piece of shit to write his name all over this. Because, hey, dude, Sam Petty, you know, what are you doing in your life in 1968? You know what you weren't doing.
Shots fired.
Yeah, you weren't. First of all, super dope of them to put this in that MoFi sleeve. So that's nice. Shows the respect that they have for this. I think they're aware that you don't see it too often. And it's on that Crescenda label, dude. Dude, you freaking kidding me, dude? So, Sam Petty wrote it here. He wrote it on that side with initials twice. Dude, it's still cool. How freaking petty are you, dude? You know what Sam Petty was?
His name's Petty.
Sam Petty was a guy who lost his virginity at 28. He had no friends. He had no friends.
Ouch.
Yeah, anyways.
I'm 28.
Yeah. You lost your virginity, though.
Yeah, I'm not saying I lost mine at 28.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, ouch.
Yeah, last Thursday. Thursday was a good day.
Son of a bitch.
Well, okay. Anyway, so it's the Seeds. There's some people that were just like, Seeds had 2 albums. You know, it's like, you know, whatever. It's like, or some people like David William, our coworker, one of our two owners. I don't like to talk about work too much. I leave work at this. This is my escape from work. But, you know, I'm a chef. There's enough stress being a high-end, like, proper chef. But so, we talk classic music all the time. By classic music, I just mean, like, vintage rock and psych and prog and all things like that. And he's kind of the opinion is like, yeah, I like this album.
Yeah.
You know, and he really likes this album, but he's just like, yeah, the other stuff's cool. But, you know, but anyways, Sam Petty, SP, Sam Petty, SP, SP. You're like, that's
protecting that.
That's really ridiculous. Maybe you know what it was? Maybe it was some dude's little brother, and this guy. Maybe you know what? Maybe Hank Petty was just like, maybe he's just in his bedroom, and he's just like, dude, Sam, what are you doing? I write cursive now. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? Are you freaking kidding me? Maybe that's it. We're not talking about the seeds at all. What song I like, their evolution of their career at all. I'm crapping on Sam Petty. All right, so here, this is 1968. I had it out of order. And then I can't really read. Is that someone's signature or was that integrated? Like, was that original? If they did do it, it's either faded Sharpie, and you can't even tell, but I don't know. I've never seen another copy of this, so I don't know if that's intentionally part of it, because it almost looks like it's faded in there. And if they did do it, let me see if they were... And then apparently, this had to come from the same collection, because you don't see seeds, much less multiple seeds. Right. So I have to think one person cashed it all in. Like that gong I got.
Right,
There's not happenstance that you never see gong. I've never seen gong, and then there's 3 gong records.
All of a sudden.
All at once. Same with the seeds. So I don't... This didn't belong to Sam Petty originally. That's pretty clear. But because if he did, he didn't write it all up on everything else. But so this is a different label for that crescendo. So it's still orange, but you know they must change. And then apparently this album doesn't make. Maybe Dave was right because this got the MoFi sleeve. And then this person was just like, I don't really care. This album's alright.
Okay, that's why Sam Petty didn't write that on.
Dude's like, yeah, I don't know anyone else that owns it. It's never for sale, but it doesn't need it. I'm not going to spend $4 on a sleeve or whatever. Here, you're going to be my... No, I got it. As soon as I say something. Yeah, no, that's just...
Look at that. Awful.
Isn't that terrible?
That looks awful.
You're going to be my... Because it went 98%. It's in the very corners where the they glue and the corner comes together. But you're going to be my designated finagler. So... if you're not too familiar with the seeds, I mean, I know this looks like super retro, but this is a 1977 compilation, and I know I grabbed those two. I'm not familiar with this compilation, and I didn't care about any kind of overlap. I don't give a shit. I saw seeds. There's 3 of them. I said, I'm buying all 3. Maybe that was petty of me. Maybe I could have bought those first 2. And then someone who never sees the seeds wouldn't even care. You're like, I know it's just a compilation, but I never see the seeds. No, didn't get a chance. Your boy is just like, mine. Strong arm it. You know what I mean? So, and
66, 68, and 77. Mine.
Yeah, dude. And then, you know what? I don't want to tell a secret. There's this section where they... Was that? So, yeah, we just shot the shit for 8 minutes. Yeah, that was 8 minutes. Here, we're closing again. We got to come because I think at like 45 minutes or whatever, it's going to turn this into 2 videos. All right. So the last ones aren't going to get respect. It's that Chrome Monkeys head. Enough said. They later repressed this on a flat cover, but so it's the original sleeve there. And let me just pull it out there. Yeah, that's needs a little bit of a cleaning. I don't know how well it's showing up, but outside of just having a little...
It's doing it again. Whoa, no, it's dragging.
Why did it drag all the way in, dude? It's like skating in.
What the fuck is that?
Dude, I don't know, man. Either way, just pause it. I don't want to worry about that in the last...
Yeah.
I don't know why it just skated all the way in. I've listened to that record a couple times. That's weird. Anyway, so, that is super weird, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Like, anyways, right on, man. Lovely distraction for the end of the video. We look like idiots.
Hey.
Who cares? No, I don't know why it would do that. So I've just never done that on any record, much less that record that's minty crisp. So let's just put a pretty bow on this. Yeah, dude. So it's the Shadows of Night. Don't see this too often. And you know what? That's how you're gonna do it. If you're gonna take it to your party or whatever, just whoever Magnuson was. You know, he's just like discreetly in the corner. He's like,
What's
hey,
his name?
Magnuson. You know, I'd like to think it's his. It's got to be his last name.
It's got to be.
Because if it's his first name, he would have tried to take over the world.
Parents hated him.
No, we would have learned about him. He would have tried to.
He would have been in history books.
He would have tried to overthrow things. You know what I mean? I had to get this out of here because, like I say, that's a label you don't see too often. So, and that's pretty clean. So, anyways, Dunwich, Shadows of Night. But this isn't everyone's most coveted Shadows of Night. But it's one of those things you still don't see super, super often. So I was happy to grab it. And then this one seems like it's going to treat me a little bit better. See, it's because I'm trying to put them in this way. Because I know I put outer sleeves on. And I want to be able to pull them out. But yeah, like I say, this one was slightly less cantankerous. And then the last one, here we are. I had 45 minutes. It's Pink Floyd. I showed this in the past. One of the videos where we just got drunk. And it was too late.
Yeah.
And the video turned out to be doo-doo. But I still send. Press send. But yeah, the Piper at the Gates of Dawn. So not a first press, but this is that old EMI fame. But Sid Barrett, this is old school. Dig it. Hey, thanks for hanging out. I'm going to go and be brief now that I just showed all the stuff. Hopefully you had fun. I'm about to go see why that needle just skirted. That doesn't even make sense. But anyways, thanks for hanging out. Here we are. There we go. New videos coming soon. God bless everyone.